Hey guys, Vox here, and welcome to my review of 3 Gems and a Baby, the Winter Special Steven Universe. What a great episode. This was a very heartwarming episode. Tons of feels, tons of emotions. They really wanted to pull at your heartstrings. But before I delve into this episode, if you do me one favor, please give this video a like and click the little bell notification because YouTube's prioritizing engagements over actual views. They want to see more likes and comments, or else they won't promote videos anymore. Which is why I guess some people are losing subscribers when they upload. People are automatically unsubscribing. It's really weird. So please click the bell, click like, and I'm just telling you now, if you enjoyed the video, please comment down below. Anyways, let's get into it. So, this episode was just Greg telling Steven about their first winter together, and a lot of people are like, wait a minute, Steven said at the beginning he never saw a blizzard before, but the episode Winter Forecast was about him being trapped in the blizzard again and again and again. No, he wasn't actually trapped in a blizzard. That was Garnet's future vision. But he managed to get to Connie's house before the blizzard actually started, so he never actually watched it. You can also make the assumption that Steven and Connie fell asleep in the van on the way to Connie's house. So that's another reason why Steven didn't watch the blizzard. So we finally got I Can Never Be Ready, and it wasn't a duet, as a lot of people, including myself, thought it would be maybe between Rose and Greg, or Greg and Pearl, because Rebecca Sugar performed it with Tim Sharpling at New York Comic Con. And just by the title of the episode and the nature of the episode, we thought we would see Steven being born, but we didn't, so we still don't know how that whole process happened. Which is essential to the conflict of the episode of, the Gems still miss Rose, and they think they can still bring back Rose. Pearl and Amethyst thinks that Pearl thinks Rose is trapped inside Steven. Her gem is trapped inside the baby. Amethyst thinks Rose is shapeshifted into Steven, and Garnet thinks that Steven is a fusion of Greg and Rose, which he is, but not in the gem sense of fusion, in the biological sense of fusion of human reproduction. And I Can Never Be Ready. I gotta go back to that song right quick. I thought the live version would make it kind of a somber yet sad song. No, it was just really sad in this episode. The extended instrumental part, Greg looking at the picture of Vidalia, Yellowtail, and Sour Cream, and getting sad, reflecting because Rose is gone. He will never be able to know the joy of having his wife and his son together, unlike Vidalia and Yellowtail. That's something that was taken from him. And the Gems bring gifts for baby Steven, and you see that Pearl is still being mean to Greg, no, we're just here to drop off these gifts, we don't want to socialize or interact. They are trying to be a part of Steven's life, even though there's still some resentment there, which you can see in this episode. They don't really treat Steven like how they do even by the time season 1 begins. They treat him as just another baby, as something that took away Rose. But they still keep talking about how this is what Rose wanted, so they're trying to be a part of his life, because they know that's what Rose would have wanted. And they bring Steven gifts, and you see just how out of touch they are from humans, and the fact that Steven is a baby, an infant. He can't read a dictionary that Pearl brought, because, babies can't read. Steven would not be able to comprehend half of the dictionary at the age of 4 months. Amethyst bought Steven adult diapers, which could have been a mistake, but she's like, oh, he could just shapeshift into it. So who knows where her train of thought was there. And Garnet brought Steven a razor, which he said with future vision he's going to need in the future. Which begs the question, how far did Garnet see into Steven's future? Because we do know that Steven does grow a beard, or Peach Fuzz when he grows up, because in the episode So Many Birthdays, he turns into an adult, has a little 5 o'clock shadow, but when he gets old, he has a full-blown beard like Rose. It looks like Rose's curls mixed with Greg's beard. So can Garnet only see some events of Steven's future, because she definitely didn't see the events of the return, jailbreak, message received, or most of the episodes coming. And we know that she can only see some futures, or the future's always changing. But that really intrigued me on the mythos of future vision. So you guys can comment down below how you think that works. If she can only see some things, or if she can see how he ages naturally. And it does reestablishes the fact that Steven will grow up. A lot of people were worried about that after the episode Steven's birthday, even though they established, yeah, he may be a little late on another growth spurt, but he will grow like a natural human eventually. So that was some pretty solid confirmation there, and I do hope we get an age up soon. Like I said, nothing too drastic, something similar to his age up in Steven's birthday, but a little more natural, because that neck kind of freaked me out. At the same time, we do know Steven is getting bigger because in the episode Too Short to Ride, he said he grew out of those shoes that Peridot was using, indicating well, like, he may not be growing a neck or having a defined jawline. He is growing in size like any other human. He is getting bigger. But yeah, Greg explains like that's not how a baby works, and then Steven gets happy and starts glowing, and everyone thinks, oh, Rose is in there, and Greg's just freaking out because he's like, I don't think that's Rose, but I didn't do that when I was a baby. And just scrambles, freaking out. But beforehand, Greg mentions how Steven loves jingling keys, typical baby stuff, so Amethyst is jingling the keys, and when Greg's going to go get a book about babies to like see what's going on, the gems hijack and run and take Steven and they're like, okay, we're gonna have things in our hands now. Grant even says Greg tried his best, but now we're gonna put things in our own hands. And they're just basically being kind of selfish because they want Rose back, and they're trying to show Rose how to shape it back to normal or how to unfuse, and we had a nice like 5-second Ruby and Sapphire cameo, but you could tell they wanted to save money from paying their voice actors because they don't speak, they just look at each other. They don't even like gasp audibly or anything. They just have a look when Steven starts crying and fuse back into normal. And Pearl has a very creepy moment where she's almost pulling out Steven's gem, thinking it'll bring back Rose, saying we can be together again, just let me help you. And that was just very unsettling, and again it foreshadows that if they take out Steven's gem, something bad might happen. The Crewniverse already said if you take out Steven's gem, he'll die. Matt Burnett said that before he deleted every single tweet related to Steven Universe, like, what was up with that? But then they all remember that this is what Rose wanted. Pearl even says she wanted this so badly, and that she can't take that away from Rose just because she misses her. And we also have a moment of Greg looking at a dog in a sled, and he's going like, dog, sled, dog, sled, dog, sled, dog, sled, and then like, I know that was a reference to a movie, but I'm forgetting what, like, I know that's a reference to like a Christmas movie, but I'm not remembering it at this moment. And that's so frustrating. But then he catches up with the gems, he's like, what the heck, why did you steal my kid? And Garnet even says, we thought we knew what Steven was. Garnet thought that Steven was like a gem fusion. Amethyst thought that he shapeshifted. Pearl thought that Rose was trapped inside of Steven. But they don't know what he is exactly. And Greg says he doesn't even know either. And I feel like that was kind of a callback to the episode The Test, when Garnet says there's nothing like Steven, we don't know what he needs. And we also had to throw back to Steven's birthday with Garnet in the very beginning of the episode. In episode Steven's birthday, Connie's like, oh, it's just a box made to look like I spent time wrapping it, when really you can just lift it up and it's already open. Garnet says something along the lines of that in this episode when she brings her gift to Steven. If not, it was word for word, so that was also a nice little callback. And Amethyst's baby form, when she's showing Steven how to turn from a baby to normal, is also another callback to so many birthdays. Overall, this was a heartwarming episode. You know, again, nothing like really plot heavy, but the ending theme, it added like a new second to it. Like this one just begins at the piano playing, but it also felt shorter than usual. And that creepy ending theme, man, okay, so story for Steven was right before the message. We Need to Talk was right before Chili Tid. Greg the Babysitter was right before Gem Hunt. So all these flashback episodes are preceded by huge episodes or plot episodes or build-up episodes, but the shit's about to get real episodes. That being said, when this winter hiatus is said and done and episodes return, hopefully in January they're going to do like another Steven birthday bomb, maybe February, maybe March. I don't know when the show's coming back at this point. I'll let you guys know when the show's coming back when I find out. But I'm hoping that the next episode is going to be a huge game changer or the start of an arc or something. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's an episode like Tiger Philanthropist, which sounds like it might just be another B-City episode from the title alone. But like I said, we shouldn't judge episodes off the titles anymore because that's how we get our hopes up. Although this episode title was pretty reflective of what was in the episode. It was basically what we all thought, 3 gems and a baby, and the gems, you know, getting used to baby Steven. And overall, this was a pretty solid winter special. I like how they had the gems giving gifts to incorporate kind of a Christmas feel to it. But once again, holidays don't really exist in Steven Universe besides like New Year's Eve. Religious holidays don't exist, so Christmas does not exist in Steven Universe. And like I said before, that's because in terms of like the show's canon, the gems change history so much from our own history and have such an impact on the world and the culture that Christmas just like never happened. Thanksgiving doesn't exist, Halloween doesn't exist, etc. I know some canon material like the comics mention Halloween, but I think that was some miscommunication between the writers and the Crewniverse. Things like Halloween and like Thanksgiving exist as we've seen in Gem Harvest, but the holidays themselves do not exist. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It was really heartwarming, full of feels. I Could Never Be Ready made me like sob. And it's just so weird seeing the Gems' relationship with Steven then and how they are now. Like, they've really come a long way thanks to Steven. If it wasn't for Steven, they would never have such a good understanding with human beings and understand how they work, how they grow, how they live. Pearl even says humans have everything come to them so naturally, but for Gems, it's not natural. If that was part of Rose's intention, having Steven to bring the Gems closer to humans, then I would say she definitely succeeded 100%. But these are my thoughts, and I want to hear yours, so please comment down below. What did you think of this episode? Don't forget to subscribe to our new channel, Roundtable Gaming. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, like us on Facebook. Everything is Roundtable Vids. If you want to follow me on Twitter or anyone else associated with the Roundtable, links to everything is in the description down below. And if you have $1 or $2, please support us on Patreon. We have a lot of cool features on there. In fact, one of my upcoming videos is a video request by a patron. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Click the little bell for notifications. And Ostrich Vox, signing out.